The Senate will come to order. The Secretary will call the roll.
Senator Buck. Senator Cannizzaro. Senator Cruz Crawford. Senator Daley. Senator Dugnate. Senator Dondero-Loop. Senator Ellison. Senator Flores. Senator Hansen. Senator Krasner. Senator Lang. Senator Neal. Senator Wynn. Senator Orenshaw. Senator Pizzina. Senator Rogish. Senator Scheibel. Senator Steinbeck. Senator Stone. Senator Taylor. Senator Titus.
Senator Cannizzaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. Please mark Senator Neal absent, excused.
Thank you. Let the record reflect there are 20 senators present. Please rise for the prayer by Pastor Rich Lammy, High Sierra Fellowship, Gardnerville, Nevada, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. I thank you for these senators. We thank you for this great nation that you have allowed us to live in, a country where we recognize that we are endowed by you, our Creator, with inalienable rights, life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. Thank you for this wonderful state of Nevada, a land that you have truly blessed. From Lake Mead to Lake Tahoe, from the large counties and cities to the cow counties and rural towns, you have blessed this state, where truly home means Nevada. Lord, I want to thank you for those who serve our state, particularly these senators, these men and women who work tirelessly to help Nevada be the best state in the union. I pray you will grant them wisdom, give them insight into all the legislation they will consider today. And I pray for unity, harmony, a spirit of cooperation, and that it would reign in this hallowed hall. I pray you will bless them for their service as they guide our state and everything that they do. The future of Nevada depends and rests upon the wisdom of these leaders as they represent the people who have chosen them. I pray that you will meet them here, and as our founding fathers said, let them establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty for ourselves and our posterity. And Lord, that you will continue to bless our great state of Nevada. Amen.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order of Business 3, reading and approval of the journal. By previous order of the Senate, the reading of the journal is dispensed with, and the President and Secretary are authorized to make necessary corrections and additions. Order of Business 4, reports to the committees.
Mr. President, your Committee on Education, to which were referred Senate Bills numbers 38, 52, 229, and 245, has had the same under consideration and begs leave to report the same back with the recommendation. Do you pass? Signed, Senator Angela D. Taylor, Chair. End of reports.
Order of Business 8, waivers and exemptions.
A waiver requested by Senator Cannizzaro for Senate Bill number 63 to waive subsections 1, 2, 3, and 4 of Joint Standing Rule number 14.3 has been granted effective March 18, 2025. Signed, Senator Nicole J. Cannizzaro, Assemblymember Steve Yeager. Notice of exemption, March 19, 2025. The Fiscal Analysis Division, pursuant to Joint Standing Rule 14.6, has determined the eligibility for exemption of Senate Bills numbers 78, 95, and 262. Signed, Wayne Thorley, Fiscal Analysis Division. End of notices.
Order of Business 9, motions, resolutions, and notices. Senator Scheibel.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the persons noted on the chamber screen above be accepted as accredited press representatives and that they be allowed use of the appropriate media facilities in the legislative building.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Senator Dugnate has approved the addition of Senator Krasner as a primary sponsor on Senate Bill 130, and Senator Steinbeck has approved the addition of Senator Dugnate as a sponsor on Senate Bill 208. That concludes Order of Business 9.
Order of Business 10, introduction, first reading, and reference.
Senate Bill 404, introduced by the Senate Committee on Judiciary, revises provisions relating to estates. End of bill.
Senator Scheibel.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to refer Senate Bill 404 to the Judiciary Committee.
Senator Scheibel has referred SB 404 to the Judiciary Committee. Any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
Senate Bill 405, introduced by the Senate Committee on Natural Resources, creates the Transit to Trails Task Force. End of bill.
Senator Cruz Crawford.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to refer Senate Bill 405 to the Committee of Natural Resources.
Senator Cruz Crawford has referred SB 405 to the Natural Resources Committee. Any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
Senate Bill 406, introduced by the Senate Committee on Judiciary, revises provisions relating to civil liability. End of bill.
Senator Scheibel.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to refer Senate Bill 406 to the Judiciary Committee.
Senator Scheibel has referred SB 406 to the Judiciary Committee. Any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
Senate Bill 407, introduced by the Senate Committee on Judiciary, revises provisions relating to legal representation for indigent persons. End of bill.
Senator Scheibel.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to refer Senate Bill 407 to the Committee on Judiciary.
Senator Scheibel has referred SB 407 to the Judiciary Committee. Any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
Senate Bill 408, introduced by the Senate Committee on Health and Human Services, revises provisions relating to county hospitals and county hospital districts. End of bill.
Senator Donate.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to refer Senate Bill 408 to the Committee on Health and Human Services.
Senator Donate has referred SB 408 to the Health and Human Services Committee. Any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
Senate Bill 409, introduced by the Senate Committee on Health and Human Services, revises provisions relating to the reporting and investigation of child abuse or neglect. End of bill.
Senator Donate.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to refer Senate Bill 409 to the Committee on Health and Human Services.
Senator Donate has referred SB 409 to the Health and Human Services Committee. Any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
Senate Bill 410, introduced by the Senate Committee on Health and Human Services, revises provisions relating to public employees. End of bill.
Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would move to suspend standing rule number 40 and refer Senate Bill 410 to the Committee on Health and Human Services, as this bill revises provisions relating to health insurance, and want to have that discussion with our Health and Human Services Committee.
All right, you've heard the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. SB 410 has been referred to the Health and Human Services Committee.
Senate Bill 411, introduced by the Senate Committee on Education, revises provisions governing education. End of bill.
Senator Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that Senate Bill 411 be referred to the Senate Committee on Education.
Government Affairs.
Not Education, Government Affairs, that one.
Good. Thank you. Senator Taylor has referred SB 411 to the Government Affairs Committee. Any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
Senate Bill 412, introduced by the Senate Committee on Commerce and Labor, repeals provisions relating to financial institutions. End of bill.
Senator Pizzina.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that Senate Bill 412 be referred to the Committee on Revenue and Economic Development.
Senator Pizzina has referred SB 412 to the Revenue and Economic Development Committee. Any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
Senate Bill 413, introduced by Senators Cruz, Crawford, Canizaro, and Steinbeck, makes an appropriation for the Nonprofit Security Grant Pilot Program. End of bill.
Senator Cruz Crawford.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to refer Senate Bill 413 to the Finance Committee.
Senator Cruz Crawford has referred SB 413 to the Finance Committee. Any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
Senate Bill 414, introduced by Senators Scheibel, Canizaro, Dondero, Loop, and Pizzina, and Assemblymember Yeager, revises provisions relating to public office. End of bill.
Senator Scheibel.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to refer Senate Bill 414 to the Legislative Operations and Elections Committee.
Senator Scheibel has referred SB 414 to the Legislative Operations and Elections Committee. Any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
Senate Bill 415, introduced by the Senate Committee on Growth and Infrastructure, authorizes the installation and use of an automated traffic enforcement system under certain circumstances. End of bill.
Senator Wynn.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd move to refer Senate Bill 415 to Growth and Infrastructure.
Senator Wynn has referred SB 415 to the Growth and Infrastructure Committee. Any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
Senate Bill 416, introduced by the Senate Committee on Growth and Infrastructure, revises provisions relating to the statewide sobriety and drug monitoring program. End of bill.
Senator Wynn.
Me again. Thank you, Mr. President. I would move to refer Senate Bill 416 to the Committee on Growth and Infrastructure.
Senator Wynn has referred SB 416 to the Growth and Infrastructure Committee. Any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
Senate Bill 417, introduced by the Senate Committee on Growth and Infrastructure, revises provisions relating to natural gas utilities. End of bill.
Senator Wynn.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to refer Senate Bill 417 to the Committee on Growth and Infrastructure.
Senator Nguyen has referred SB 417 to the Growth and Infrastructure Committee. Any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
Senate Bill 418, introduced by the Senate Committee on Finance, revises provisions relating to the collection of delinquent contributions by the Public Employees Retirement System. End of bill.
Senator Dondero Loop.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to refer Senate Bill 418 to the Committee on Government Affairs.
Senator Dondero Loop has referred SB 418 to the Government Affairs Committee. Any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
That concludes order business 10.
Order of business 13, general file.
Senate Bill 4, introduced by the Senate Committee on Judiciary, revises provisions relating to consent to adoption. The people of the state of Nevada, represented in Senate and Assembly, to enact as follows: Section 1 and to Section 1.
Are there any amendments?
There are none. Section 2, this act becomes effective on July 1, 2025. End of bill.
Are there any remarks from the floor? Senator Orenshaw.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill 4 adds social workers to the list of individuals who may act as an authorized witness to consent regarding the adoption of a child.
Any further remarks from the floor? Seeing none, the secretary will open the roll. Anyone wish to change their vote? Seeing none, the secretary will close the roll. The yeses are 20, the noes are 0. SB 4 has received a constitutional majority, is declared passed, and ordered to the Assembly.
Senate Bill 140, introduced by Senator Orenshaw, revises provisions governing certain programs of treatment established by the Juvenile Court. The people of the state of Nevada, represented in Senate and Assembly, to enact as follows: Section 1 and to Section 1.
Are there any amendments?
There are none. End of bill.
Any remarks from the floor? Senator Orenshaw.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill 140 authorizes the Juvenile Court to establish a treatment program for children diagnosed with or suspected of having neurobehavioral disorders associated with prenatal exposure to alcohol or a controlled substance who are alleged or have been adjudicated committing a delinquent act. The court may assign such a child to the program based on certain eligibility criteria and must set terms and conditions concerning the successful program completion and informal supervision or probation for the child as appropriate. Down in Southern Nevada, we have an alternative therapeutic court for kids on the autism spectrum run by Judge Bailey. It's called Detention Alternatives for Autistic Youth. It's been very successful. Very low recidivism rate of the children who've been through that program. This would expand programs like that to children who've been exposed to alcohol or controlled substances in utero, and be able to help them receive services that can help them be successful. I urge its support.
Any further remarks on the floor? Seeing none, the secretary will open the roll. Anyone wish to change their vote? Seeing none, the secretary will close the roll. The yeses are 20, the noes are 0. SB 140 has received a constitutional majority, is declared passed, and ordered to the Assembly.
That concludes order business 13 and the business of the desk for this legislative day.
Order business 16, remarks on the floor, introduction of guest. Senator Nguyen.
Thank you, Mr. President. I do have a constituent of Senate District 3 with me today. If I can have you go ahead and stand up. Today I have Marco Rangel. He is a constituent. He lives right down the street from me. In fact, we were talking about some of the community areas that we all engage in our community, and also complaining about all the cones on the road on Charleston. So he is here as a representative of Make the Road Nevada, and he is here alongside youth from our community for Youth Lobby Day. So if there's anyone else here in the building here for Youth Lobby Day, I'd ask them to rise to be recognized. He and students are advocating for Student Safety Act, AB 217, the HOPE Act, Senate Bill 234, and the Dolores Huerta Day, AB 98, and other important initiatives. As a dedicated voter and proud advocate for the Latino community and working class community in Nevada, he is eager to engage and learn more about the legislative session and the legislative process. If we could all make him feel welcome here today.
Senator Pizzina.
Thank Thank you, Mr. President. We are joined in the building today by Nevada Fertility Advocates, an organization dedicated to helping the 1 in 5 Nevadans struggling with infertility through legislative action, community awareness, and employer advocacy, and Nevadans for Reproductive Freedom, a coalition that is dedicated to establishing the right to reproductive freedom, including infertility care for all Nevadans. On the floor today, we're joined by constituents from across the state who are here for the Reproductive Health and Fertility Lobby Day, and I would have everyone here for that day please stand up. Joining the senator from District 3, we have Macy Haverda. With the senator from District 1, we have Crystal Joy Villerin. With the senator from District 15, we have Cecilia A. Lampley and Rachel Grimm. With the senator from District 14, we have Bob Blackstock. Joining the senator from District 16, Lois Stokes and Lynn Latrell. With the senator from District 13, we have Bill Sims. And joining the senator from District 17, we have Carol Foster and David Squire. Thank you so much to my colleagues for welcoming their constituents. And to all of our constituents, welcome and thank you for advocating for reproductive health and fertility here in Carson City, and let's make them feel welcome.
Senator Orenshaw.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I am very fortunate to have two guests with me. First guest, I'd like to introduce Charles Olander. Charles was my intern during the 2021 session, did an amazing job, presented a bill, and had a great hearing and in both the Assembly and Senate, as I recall. He's a graduate of University of Nevada at Reno with degrees in political science and international affairs. This is his third session being involved in the Nevada Legislature. He's continued to be involved session after interning for me. Luckily, I didn't turn him off wanting to be involved in public service, and really very lucky to have him here today. And then I'm also very lucky to have with me today Jose Ibarra Lira. He's a student at the UNLV Honors College. Jose, please stand. And there are other students, I believe, sitting with my colleagues and up in the gallery from UNLV Honors College. And I just want to tell the chamber a little bit about the Honors College. It may sound a little duplicative to a speech I gave earlier in the week, but UNLV's Honors College provides Nevada with high-achieving, highly motivated students with a transformative educational experience. With some 1,250 students from majors across the UNLV campus, the Honors College is a dynamic, tight-knit learning community in which students receive personalized support and unique opportunities. Today, we welcome students from Dr. Bryant Blankfield's Modalities of Citizenship course, an Honors 400-level seminar that teaches students how to advocate for their communities and become more civically engaged. The UNLV Honors College asked me to give thanks to Randy Garcia and the Investment Council Company for making this trip up to Carson City possible. I would ask the Senate to please make these bright students from the UNLV Honors College feel welcome.
Senator Lang.
Thank you, Mr. President. Get out of my chair here. I have several guests with me today, but I want to first have you meet Dr. Ernesto Momente. He is the chief transplant surgeon at Renown. Renown is opening a transplant clinic, and they will do their first transplant in a couple of weeks. So please make him feel welcome.
I'm delighted to be with all of you today.
And then I have Tyree Gray, who's here with the Nevada Donor Network, and they did a lot of work to help the Transplant Center in Renown open, and they were able to make this possible with ARPA funds. So thank you so much for being here. He is also a recipient of a kidney, so please make him feel welcome. And then I have a bill that I'm doing on, this is kind of caught here, there on Friday, and I brought some people have come into town to help me, and I'm really happy to introduce Amy Hewitt. Amy, she is the director of the National Kidney Foundation, and she is a living donor, and I'm so happy to have you here today. And this month of March is hang on just a sec. Thank you, Senator. This month is a National Kidney Month, and so in honor of that, I would like to give you this proclamation from the state of Nevada for all the work you're doing. Thank you so much. You flew here from San Francisco, and I just really appreciate you being here. And then, please take it forward. And then I have Pamela Zinski. Hang on. Thank you. Majority. She is here from the dialysis patient citizens, and I want to also present this proclamation to you for the work that you do. We have so many kidney patients that need help and assistance, and Pamela and Amy, you do so much, and you know, and in the Senate here, you have gone through my journey with me, and thank you so much.
Senator Steinbeck.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have two great guests with me here today. If you both stand up, please. I have my family. I have my wife, Lynette, and our son, Hayden. Lynette has been my wife since high school. Not my wife, but with me since high school. We've been together since high school, and we got married out of high school, and we've been together now for almost 35 years, and she's among her many accomplishments of having 4 kids, being a chemist. She's also put up with a firefighter for 35 years. So she's amazing and my best friend. And then here, this little guy here is our youngest. This is Hayden, and Hayden is 11. And we had him 13 years after our other 3 kids. So there's a little bit of a gap there. And then we got this little gift here. So please make them feel welcome.
Any further remarks? Senator Cannizzaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. Okay, I have a couple of guests with me that I am very honored to have on the floor today. I have with me Sarah Ramirez, if you could please stand up. She is here with Catholic Charities of Southern Nevada. You may have caught them in the lobby this morning. If you are here with Catholic Charities of Southern Nevada in the gallery or on the floor, I don't know if we have anyone else with us. Oh, we have a couple. Yes, perfect. So Catholic Charities of Southern Nevada is one of Nevada's largest and longest standing social services providers. Originally established in 1941 to provide services to vulnerable members of our community, CCSN has adapted to the changing needs of Southern Nevada for over 83 years. Their mission is to provide food, shelter, and comprehensive services and to inspire our community through collaboration, recognizing that each person is created in the image and likeness of God and that God's compassion transforms lives. Their programs intersect to promote independence and stability for some of the most vulnerable individuals in our community. Catholic Charities of Southern Nevada is committed to providing those in need with food, shelter, and comprehensive services regardless of race, religion, or creed. We're always happy to have Catholic Charities in the building. They do a lot of work, especially in my Senate district, with Meals on Wheels and providing food to seniors. So if you could all please make them feel very welcome today in the Senate. Okay, I have another very special guest. You're going to have to stand, Mr. Mayor. He told me to call him Joe, but I don't think I can do that. So I am very honored to have with me today our former colleague, Senator and current Mayor of Boulder City, Joe Hardy, who came from Senate District 12 at the time. Our Senator Hardy served as part of our legislature for 4 sessions, and I had the privilege of serving alongside him for many of those sessions that I first started in this building. And he has continued his tireless work for our state since then, being elected to the mayor of Boulder Boulder City in 2022. And of course, his commitment to representing the rural constituents of our state shines through his public service. We are always glad to have him in the House. So if you could please make him feel very welcome today on the Senate floor. And what would a day in March be if we weren't celebrating Women's History Month and another amazing woman of our chamber? Today we are going to honor my colleague right here to my left and our Assistant Majority Leader. So first elected in 2020, Senator Lang has served 5 years in the Nevada State Senate, including 3 regular and 3 very special sessions. Senator Lang has taken on leadership roles here in the Senate, serving as Vice Chair of the Senate Legislative Operations and Elections Committee in 2021, the Chair of the Senate Education Committee during the 2023 session, and as Assistant Majority Leader in the 2023 and 2025 legislative sessions. Senator Lang began her career as a teacher and lifetime member of the Nevada State Education Association. She served as president of her local teachers union for 2 terms and was chief negotiator for a decade. In that position, she worked to allow teachers to manage their health care, reduce class sizes, and developed an innovative teacher evaluation process that garnered national recognition. She also worked to secure funding to compensate teachers for extra time spent grading papers at home, making after-hours parent calls, and purchasing school supplies. Senator Lang has been awarded many honors during her career, including the Richard Bryan Award for Leadership, the Distinguished Woman Award from the Women's Democratic Club, the Outstanding Leadership Award from the AAPI Caucus, as well as being recognized as one of the 100 Distinguished Women in Nevada recipients. She has served as chair of the Henderson Democratic Club, the Women's Democratic Club, and the Nevada State Democratic Party. She has also served as a member for many other organizations, including the Democratic National Committee and the Association of State Democratic Chairs. An active member of her community, Senator Lang has coached Little League, which we have all heard so very, very much about, not only her passion for Little League and her grandson, but also her passion for the game of baseball itself. And she has volunteered with the Scouts and Moms Demand Action. In addition to being an educator, a senator, a wife, a mother, and a grandmother, she is a committed representative for her constituents, and I just love having her work alongside of me. If we could all just take a moment and honor yet another amazing woman here in our chamber, Senator Lang. Okay, I'm loving the Women's History Month celebrations as we continue throughout the end of March. But with that, Mr. President, I would move that the Senate stand in adjournment until the hour of 11 a.m. on Monday, March 24th, 2025.
Thank you. You've heard the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are adjourned.